Hey, everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Marney Lumpkin, a seasoned professional with over 23 years of experience in customer service, administration, and technology across industries like healthcare, energy, and education. With expertise in tools like Salesforce, QuickBooks, and WordPress, Marty is also deeply committed to her community, serving on various boards and supporting educational initiatives. How are you doing today, Marty?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me, Anthony.
I was excited to have you on. And we've met before, and I loved everything that you're doing. I loved your personality and your vibe and everything. And I'm like, you know what? More people need to know Marnie, so let's do that. Let's introduce you to more folks. So, to start it off, where are you calling in from? Where are you located?
Yes, I'm in Stafford, Virginia. So right in the middle of DC and Richmond, kind of smack dab in the middle, about 10 miles away from Quantico, Marine Corps Base.
Okay. Are you a lifer? You've been there forever? You're newer to the area?
No, I grew up in the Detroit area. So, all of this, the cold and snow down here kind of makes me laugh because I'm used to, snow up in Michigan. So, but we keep trying to move south, my family. Eventually I want to end up, maybe on an island.
Yeah, you're gonna end up just kind of circling the equator there. Awesome, awesome. Well, so you're new to the area. Well, not newer, but you're newish to the area. If you have friends coming over that have never been there before, right? Where are you taking them? What are you doing for fun? And where are you going to eat?
Oh gosh, yes. Okay. Number one is a kind of a local restaurant in Woodbridge, Virginia. It is a French restaurant that I love. My family loves. We do every major celebration there. It's called Bistro Hermitage, and they are just amazing. The food, the staff, everything. Otherwise, I definitely would take them up to DC. See do all the tourist things. There's a lot of great food, great museums, great monuments to see, just so much culture and arts, and that's what I would bring my people to go see.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I've been to DC, I think once or twice, and the tourism thing, yeah, it is fun because there's a lot there. And if you're somebody like me that grew up in the Midwest, it's like, okay, there's stuff here. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yes.
so super awesome. Well, great. So, what can you tell us about what you're doing?
Yes, my company is Strategic Management and Logistics. We are a virtual business support company. Originally, it did start off with more of a virtual assistant vibe because, it was only me. I only knew what I could do to offer to individuals. But as it's grown, we've added several more contractors to my team, a ton of different service offerings. And with that, it's become more fractional virtual business support because it goes anywhere from admin and bookkeeping all the way to CISO services and Scrum Master services. So we're really kind of a one-stop shop for any small business owner, medium business size business owner, nonprofit. They can all come to us and we are here to help.
That's awesome. And you have a lot of experience. You've done, quite a bit. What got you started here? What made you decide, you know what, I'm gonna do this?
Yes, I always wanted to work from home. But at the time, way back in the day before COVID, there wasn't a lot of opportunities where you could work from home and offer a real service. And I did want to offer a service to people and really help others around me because I love the idea of being a business owner, but I wasn't sure how to make the magic happen. So I had reached out to a friend of mine who runs a nonprofit and asked her because she was virtual, her and her team, way before COVID. So I was like, how did you make this magic happen? Let me know. Teach me. And after speaking with her, she actually brought me on to start helping and supporting her with some various tasks and projects. And ever since then, it's grown and it's just kind of exploded, almost all referral based and network based, which is amazing. And I just can't say enough about it. We just love helping everyone. It can be for one task or for several, a long-term engagement or just a one quick project, and that's okay. You know, we just like to help in any way we can.
That's awesome. So when COVID did happen, you were already kind of used to the virtual thing, so you kind of stepped right into that. How was that
Yeah.
experience? Was it kind of, like, hey, everybody's trying to catch up to you, or?
Yes, yes, kind of, Anthony. Yeah, it was kind of great. I finally felt like, oh, I was actually ahead of the curve just a little bit, in regards to what was happening around the world. So I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes And a lot of business owners were able to make the switch eventually that said, oh, we could do just as much, if not more, by doing things virtually via versus having someone in the office. So that was a great boon to us. It was awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of us got a taste of, being able to work from home and we're like, "Oh, we're never going back." Right? Why would I
Exactly.
do
I
that?
know.
So yeah, you guys just ahead of the curve saying, "No, we figured it out first and it's awesome." So
Mhm.
welcome, here's how you do it. So that's
Yeah.
that's that's interesting. Because I was the exact opposite. I was used to going and seeing people in person and I had to like make, when I first started, I would like bring like a metal chair and sit outside and talk to them through the screen door on the porch or something. This is easier. This is definitely easier than doing that.
Yes.
But awesome. So what do you think your favorite thing is that you're doing right now?
Gosh, I think that my favorite thing is probably the networking. That's kind of where my role has switched to. Originally, obviously, I was a lot more involved in the day-to-day tasks and supporting of the clients. But at this point, it is mostly my team who is kind of the boots on the ground. I say that I'm an Army mom, guys, so I'm just gonna boots on the ground for that. And so for me, I am more sort of just managing up top, kind of pushing the vision of SML and our goals, as well as networking and just, keep making those connections, whether it forms into a contract or not for us. Good people know good people. And that's our motto. If even if people just come to us for a referral, we are more than happy to do that because there's enough to go around for everyone. And we just want to help.
Yeah, I really love that abundance mindset. I really like it when I find people that have it and, kind of feel like kindred spirits because that is the fun part for me is meeting all sorts of types. I do not know who I'm going to meet basically on a day-to-day basis, and people surprise me literally every day and say, "Oh, I didn't know that. That's a really awesome thing that you're doing. Tell me more." Because there's a lot of people doing cool things out there like yourself, and every time I meet one of you, I'm like, "This is awesome. We're going to talk to more people," right? So that abundancy mindset, that's super important in business. And I think we're getting more of that now. Like pre-COVID, I think it was more, I got to go as far as I can, as fast as I can by myself.
Hmm.
And now it's more of the old school Times Square, no, town square feel where it's, hey, that's my booker, that butcher, that's my banker, that's my
Yes.
real estate agent. So we're all creating our communities, but we're doing it differently. They're not across the street from me anymore. I'm in Iowa. We're not across the street,
Right.
and yet here we are talking, meeting. So it's becoming bigger, and I'm really enjoying that. Um, so you've been in business, you've seen a lot of other people's businesses. What are some mistakes that you see people make early on, or inspiring entrepreneurs that are you were to give them advice, or go back in time and talk to yourself? What's some advice that you would give yourself?
Yeah, there's probably a couple of items. One for me would be have a basic vision or plan right from the beginning of what long term you would like your company or organization to look like. It doesn't have to be, absolutely detailed and, if you miss a benchmark, you're in trouble kind of a situation, but just an overview because if you keep that in the forefront all the time, you kind of keep pushing and reaching for that goal. Um, Also, definitely having the right people in place in the right seats is essential. For me, it was very important for me because it was hard for me to let go of the current clients that, I had worked so hard to get and my level of customer service and where I wanted it to be to bring people on to say, "Hey, I need you to take care of this client like I am." And it was, it's hard. It is hard to let go. And for me, it was really finding people within my own personal network, and that was just me, that I could trust and I knew they would treat the customer just as awesome as I treat them. And it's continually building also that idea, that vibe throughout your organization. I am always checking on my clients and I'm always checking on my team members because I want everyone to be happy. It's more of a holistic approach. You can't just let it go and say they're fine and you never check in. That's not what this is. We are a collaborative environment and you have to keep fostering that. You can't do it one time and just ignore. So it is continuing that pattern. And I think the other thing is, it's okay to grow at your own pace. No, but You don't have to grow as fast as another organization. You grow at what you're comfortable with and what your vision is. Don't feel that pressure to try to have to match up to somebody else, or someone comes in and says, well, you're not this and that, so I can't deal with you. That's not the way to approach it. Then that's not your people. You need to work within your own circle and make the magic happen.
Yeah, that's awesome advice, and it's been a reoccurring theme actually for the last couple folks that I've been interviewing, where you're defining your own success, right?
Yep.
Do you need to be an 8-figure, 9-figure business, or if you're just doing half a million a year, 200,000 a year, is that your level of success? And then how do you get there? How do you sustain it? How do you grow from there if you want to? It's super super important because a lot of people you'll kind of get sucked down into a rabbit hole where it's like, yeah, I rented a Lamborghini. I'm going to pose in front of it and tell you, hey, this is how you hit 8 figures, right? That may
Yes.
never be you, and that's absolutely fine.
Mhm.
Your business is just as important as theirs. Figure out what success means for you, and then be the best there.
Mhm.
So that's fantastic advice, and people definitely need to take notes of that because don't let somebody else tell you you're only successful if it's no, if your version of success is you retire your spouse and you work together and you don't have to, each have a job, or you're able to walk away from your business for a week to go on a trip or something like that. That is success. So have that knowledge on what you want from it. And it can change over time. You can say, hey, I got here, I'm comfortable. I think I want to go a little bit do it, but it's up to you. So that's awesome advice. So what would you say the your average client or your avatar of your average client, or certain pain points that people might be going through, that if they're dealing with XYZ, you're the person that they should be talking to?
Yes, we do offer 23 different support areas, but absolutely our most popular right now, which a lot of individuals do come to us for, are the admin piece, kind of basic or executive admin support. Bookkeeping is very popular, as well as CRM support. Human resources is huge for us, as well as social media and websites. And probably to round it out for the last one would be the virtual meeting support is absolutely one of our key areas as well.
Okay, awesome. How about power partners? What are good industries that maybe you can collaborate well with or refer back and forth with?
Yes, we are industry agnostic for sure, but we do work the most with solopreneurs, small businesses, mid-sized, and nonprofits. We're also available to help as a subcontractor if a prime contractor from the federal or state approaches us. We are more than happy to partner. But we're just here to help and see how it goes.
Okay. What are the top tools every professional should know about to improve their productivity and organization?
Yes. Right now, my personal favorites that we're using more and more often within SML, not only internally for us, but offering externally to our clients, is Otter AI. Love it. That note taking and transcription is off the charts. So helpful. I try to pronounce it correctly. Synthesis. It's an AI generated. They make audio and video for you to kind of help get the word out. Chat GPT, I'm sure everyone is familiar with that one. And lately it's been Scribe. We use Scribe a lot because it really helps with processing, process documentation, guidebooks, just showing people what to do, whether it's internally for the team or if it's client based, because we do like to kind of teach them along the way as well. Or if they even need detailed instructions for a task that we're working on, we can provide that as well for them.
Okay. How has your experience in multiple industries shaped your approach to customer service and administration?
I think for me, it's that customer service is just always key. Really, it doesn't matter what field you're in. It's still important, and it doesn't matter whether it's a external customer or an internal customer. You have to think of it that way. You're always dealing with people, and there's a way to deal with people. You That's just how it is. I mean, don't be that guy, right, Anthony? I mean, you want to be the right guy, like just be a decent person and try to help people. Sometimes that's all it takes. It could be something so minor, and it just, and that's what makes the difference. Being authentic, being genuine, and just really being yourself and try to be collaborative and work with individuals. And that goes across, I think, any organization. That's just how it's going to work.
That's excellent advice as well. I mean, you have your clients that you spent time, sweat, tears, money, all of it, whatever, acquiring, and then just to let them go and wither and never talk to them again, that doesn't make sense. They're there, they're your clients. They know, like, and trust you at least enough to do business with you.
Mhm.
Foster that. Way more is going to come from that if you do, because a lot of us, maybe we have, I just need new clients. I need new clients. I need new clients. Yep. Sure, that's part of it for sure. But also you can get that through your existing clients. You're going to get referred. You're going to have that warm handoff where it's like, she really helped me out. They did XYZ for me. You should do the same because guess what? A lot of those guys golf together or they do events together and stuff. So be a good person and it comes back to you. So great advice.
Yeah, and I guess to go along with it, Anthony, it's the importance of fostering it. You can't ever stop fostering it. For us, we like to say, our tagline is your business is our business. Because we truly feel that. We want to get to know you and your organization. Sometimes the conversations don't have to be all work, right? Sometimes you're talking about how are the kids doing? How's the dog doing? How's your vacation go? Just get to know them a little bit individually. What do they like to do? Because you want to have that confidence in that relationship, and that goes a long way.
Oh yeah, it certainly does. If you've had good customer service somewhere, you remember that. Because we do stuff literally every day. You have bad that you're going to remember for sure, and you have a lot of average that's just kind of maybe, and then you have good that you remember for sure. So you want to be memorable, but you want to be the right kind of memorable. So do that absolutely. What advice do you have for balancing successful career with community involvement and volunteering?
Yes, for me, I think it kind of goes hand in hand. It's a way for you to get out there and use your skills or resources to support another cause that you're interested in. My volunteering has been more education focused. Serving on PTSO boards and parents clubs boards. My son just graduated from West Point last May, and I was on the parents board for our club in our area for several years, and it was an amazing experience. And I've served on the PTSO board for 8 years. This is my last year though, Anthony. My daughter's graduating this year, so I'm going to rotate off. But it's been great because you get to know so many great people. And a lot of people think networking is just business, but networking is all the time. I mean, you could meet someone at a PTSO meeting that, wow, what do you do? And you never know where that collaboration or getting to know each other will go. And it's just having that support in the community. And I believe that if you do volunteer, and again, it doesn't have to be, hours upon hours every week, but you balance it with how you can make it work within your daily schedule. Because we all know that there's only so many hours in the day. And when you're running a business and you have a family and other commitments, and you have to make it work, maybe you can't go in person to the meetings. That's okay. Maybe you can attend virtually. You know, Everybody who just puts a little bit in makes it easier. And that's all you need to do. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to be president of the board. You you know, just show up or log in once in a while, and at least you're doing your part in the community.
Just being visible. It's super important because,
Mhm.
even if you are, let's say, in sales or, you're some professional and you go somewhere and they recognize you from, let's say, like a chamber event where you were, let's say, working a beer tent or at a
Mhm.
concert or something, and they recognize you, you're way better off than the person that walked in that they have no idea who they are, right?
Mhm.
So it gives you that a little bit of credibility. They know you. You can talk about something else instead of just business. And, like you said, you can foster that relationship, saying, hey, we're both part of the community. We both do XYZ. You have all that in common. It helps. And even outside of that, it just kind of feels good to get out
Mhm.
and get off of like we can do this all day, and I do a good portion of the day. But getting out and talking to people in person is also important. So to do both, get that balance. So
Yes.
awesome. And what are you going to do with your free time when you're off the board? Like, do you have it planned out?
I I know. I'm going to feel completely lost without having to do all this. For me, I think because my husband and I are going to be empty nesters, we're going to try to live it up a bit more. Maybe ride his Harley more often and go to wineries and travel, do all the things.
That sounds like a plan. Awesome. Well, is there anything that I missed or failed to ask that you wanted to add?
I don't think so, Anthony. I mean, this has been so great and such a pleasure to be able to talk to you this morning. You offering this to people is it's amazing. It's such an amazing platform. And my hope is that I can, somehow give back to you and we can keep the good karma going for everyone.
No, absolutely. Like I said on the intro, you're doing awesome things and you should meet more people. And if I can facilitate that, awesome. For those that, want to meet you, how can they find you and how can they get a hold of you?
Yes, my email is Marney at vasml.com, and my website is strategicmanagementlogistics.com. So just feel free to reach out and we will help you for sure.
Perfect. If anybody would like to get in touch with Marty, absolutely do that. I'm going to put everything in the show notes, copy and paste it, go nuts, reach out. You're going to walk away with a smile on your face and knowing more than you did going in. They're doing awesome things over there, so you should absolutely have that conversation. If anybody out there would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, meet more people doing awesome things like Marnie, connect with our growing community. If somebody you know or yourself would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Marnie, I really appreciate you coming on. Really appreciate you taking the time and talking with us. I think everybody out there should reach out to you and have that conversation because, again, you're doing great things. You're an awesome person. But let's all go out, have an awesome day, and grow our circle. All right.